Alright, we're back. Oh, wait. Okay, I wanted to at least get rid of the chat. Oh well. I just have chat full of spammers. I'm gonna, leave at 4 a.m., but I'm just gonna get some food. Because I'm waiting for the store to open. Yeah, there's a store that pretty much opens at 4 a.m. because, one of the employees is on his break. So yeah, I'm waiting for 4 a.m. here. Oh. Farted. Farted again. Alright. That was a cool throw.
Stand alone. Eventually, you may end up crossing the line to fully understand that your ass is on your own. Believe me, I don't judge you just because of what you do. So don't judge me. I'm things are rapping I do. It ain't easy trying not to fit it. Lost touch to a few close ones cause I didn't give in. Courageous, for your life for it, or it feels like gotta fight for my right to be who I really wanna be. It's hard under pressure, any type, so the guesses don't matter. Too aggressive, but I will not fall apart. But I won't cave in. Even though, even though I keep on walking alone, believe in myself, my faith can't take my soul, nah. I wanna live my life, not to just exist. Gonna get my rights, so I fight back and resist. They wanna do it like they want me, make another me like cloning only. Little do they know me, you can never hold me. Felt as if I was drowning with the water. The blade of pressure hits me, got me. And I kept shaking, telling myself that I'm so much stronger than before, so much stronger. Nothing is promised, nothing is flawless. Everything's a contest, so I gotta take a shot. I will not take a swap from any spot, cause I got to fight back, or else just gonna be back to who I was. Beat me, I don't stop for a reason, that means gonna beat me. Determined not to surrender under any circumstances. Over my dead body is the only chances. Everything to stand alone. Eventually, you may end up crossing the line to fully understand that your ass is on your own. Believe me, I don't judge you just because of what you do. So don't judge me. I'm into rapping, I do. It ain't easy trying not to fit it. Lost touch to a few close ones, cause I didn't give in. Courageous, with your life forward, you know it feels like. Gotta fight for my right to be who I really wanna be. It's hard under pressure, any type, so the gestures don't matter. Too aggressive, but I will not fall apart. But I won't give in, even though I keep on walking alone. Even myself, my faith can't take my soul now. I wanna live my life, not to just exist. Gonna get my rights, so I fight back and resist. They wanna do it like they want me, make another me like cloning only. Little do they know me, you can never hold me. Felt as if I was drowning with the water. The blade of pressure hits me, got my mind slaughtered. And I kept shaking, telling myself that I'm so much stronger than before, so much stronger. Nothing is promised, nothing is flawless. Everything's a contest, so I gotta take a shot. I will not take a swap from any spot, cause I got to fight back, or else just gonna be back to who I was. Beat me, I don't stop for a reason, that means gonna beat me. Determined not to surrender under any circumstances. Over my dead body is the only chances.
Pikachu!
What is going on, guys? My name is John and welcome back to yet another video. If you know anything about me, I love catching Pokemon. Nearly every video that I've uploaded to this channel is focused around catching every Pokemon that are available in each game. And although I've enjoyed making these, I've always had something larger in mind. For the longest time, I had the idea of wanting to catch every single Pokemon in the entire National Pokédex as part of one big video. Because it's literally impossible to do this 24-hour style that I normally do for my videos, I decided to combine this with a streaming idea. A subathon. The concept for this is very simple. For every subscription that I get on my Twitch channel, the timer on the screen will go up by 2 minutes. The goal by the end of the challenge is to either create an entire living dex from scratch of all 905 Pokemon in Pokemon Home, or fail because the timer ran down to What is going on, guys? My name is John and welcome back to yet another video. As many of you know, Pokemon Sword and Shield released a week ago, which means there are tons of new challenges that I can try and take on. Because we're in a brand new generation, there are a whole bunch of new Pokemon that have been added to the Pokedex. But what does it take to get them all? Today we're going to find out how easily you can catch every Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now if you've watched the other videos I've made in this series, you know that in most cases this challenge isn't an easy task, and this generation is no exception. If you haven't seen any of the Catch 'em All videos I've made before, I have a playlist you can check out in the top right of your screen to better understand what this is all about. Regardless, let's still go over the rules for this challenge. The first rule is you have to play both copies of Pokemon Sword and Shield. This is obviously for entertainment purposes, but it's also the best way to show off things like version exclusives and the best locations for each Pokemon. The second rule is that we have to obtain each individual Pokemon, and by the end of the challenge, we should have a complete living dex of every single new Pokemon in the Galar region. The most important rule is that this all has to be done within a span of 24 hours. This is definitely the most challenging part, but I have a few tricks that can make this run a lot easier. I also want to note, as always, that no glitches or exploits can be used, but since this game has been out for about a week, I don't think that'll be too much of an issue. With all that out of the way, let's find out if this is possible. Because this game is so new, this is your warning that there will obviously be heavy spoilers in this video. If you haven't played the game and don't want to be shown any new content, I'd suggest checking out this video at a later time. So if you've taken the time to beat these games already, you'd know that this challenge is probably not going to be the easiest. While the list of new Pokemon isn't anything groundbreaking from the previous couple of generations, this game is easily one of, if not the longest storyline in the entire franchise. And when you're on a time restraint, that makes the game a lot more difficult. This game also heavily punishes you for trying to rush through, so you have to be as prepared as possible for each big battle that you face. Because of that, I've created a diverse team for both games that will cover basically every battle. So if you notice that I'm catching duplicates, or have non-Galar Pokemon on my team, just know that they're serving an important purpose. Our journey begins at our little home in Postwick, where we meet our rival Hop, as well as start learning how to stay upright carrying our luggage-sized backpack. Once we head to Wedgehurst, we meet his older brother Leon, who is not only the champion of the region, but he's mostly known for never losing a Pokemon battle. He takes us back to their house, and we're immediately able to pick the starter that we're going to use throughout the rest of the game. Now for the first time in a while, all the starters in this game initially seem pretty viable to run through the game. Granted, this is the first week that this game has been out, but considering that you're going to need a diverse team anyways, it doesn't matter too much who you pick. In Sword I choose Grookey, and in Shield I chose Scorbunny. Because we're going to evolve them into their final forms, we won't add them to the total just yet. From here we have our first battle with Hop, which is almost impossible to lose considering that he chooses the Pokemon weak to yours. Leon takes the third option, so once we get around to facing him, we're going to be at a disadvantage. Upon heading back to our house, we notice that a Wooloo destroyed the gate outside, and we team up to chase after it to rescue it from the eerie depths of the Slumbering Weald. Once we get deeper into the area, we're surrounded by a thick fog and meet up with a mysterious Pokemon that we can't deal any damage to. After it puts us to sleep with its fog machine powers, we meet up with Leon and return the Wooloo. Now we can start catching some Pokemon. Route 1 is obviously our first stop, and because we're in a new generation, we have a ton of new mechanics to catch and evolve our Pokemon. Just like the Let's Go series, the Pokemon appear in the overworld, but in addition there are random encounters that are represented by an exclamation point in the grass. The Pokemon available through each method usually vary by quite a lot, so it can still be a little difficult to get every Pokemon that you need. In Sword I grabbed Skwovet, Blipbug, and Nickit, and in Shield I caught Wooloo and 2 Rookidee. From here we go back to Wedgehurst and meet Sonia, who is the professor's granddaughter. She gives us the Pokedex and tells us to go meet her at her home at the end of Route 2. Once we breeze through the very short tutorials, we have our first few battles on the route before meeting Professor Magnolia. We battle Hop again to prove our determination, and Leon gives us an endorsement so we can take on the gym leaders of the region. The ceremony to join the league is very far north in the region, so we're going to take the tram in Wedgehurst to get to Motostoke. On the way back to the town, Shield catches 2 Choodle and Zigzagoon, bringing the total to 6 Pokemon. While we're on our way there, we're stopped because a herd of Wooloo are blocking the rails to the city, so now we have to cut through the wild area to get where we need to be. After meeting up with Sonia and receiving the YCOM and Pokemon boxes, we're able to explore to our heart's content. The wild area is a very interesting place, as it's the one location that contains many different smaller locations that you can roam through. Each of these areas have completely different weather patterns each day, which means that they'll almost always contain completely different Pokemon. While this may sound like a big pain for a challenge like this, a majority of the encounters in this area are Pokemon from previous generations. but there are definitely still quite a few that we're going to have to grab as we progress. A decent portion of this area is blocked off for now, so let's just work on more of the story and then come back to this. Upon reaching Motostoke, we meet up with Leon, who gives us an item to boost our starter stab moves, which is extremely useful considering we're probably going to be underleveled for a majority of the challenge. If we take the lift, we can go to the gym with Hop, meet a person who doesn't look very important to the story at all, and register ourselves to take on the gym challenge. From here, we have to rest up at the Budew drop-in for the ceremony, and once we go there, we have our first encounter with Team Yell and Marnie. After we defeat all of them, we're taken to the next day where we meet almost all the gym leaders of Galar at the ceremony, as well as Rose, who is the chairman of the Pokemon League. As we leave the building, one of his employees gives us the ability to use the Corviknight taxi, which means that you can obtain the ability to fly before you even go to the first gym. Before we leave the city, it's important to go to the tram station and grab the black glasses for an upcoming battle that we're going to take on. If we head west of here, we can battle Hop again, and finally reach Route 3. The only new Pokemon that we have to collect for this section is Gossifleur, but each game gets one because Shield is going to need it for later in the game. We meet up with Sonia, and she gives us the escape rope, which may not seem too important, but since it's now a key item, we're able to skip a few walking sections of the game by just teleporting wherever we need to go. Up next is the Galar Mine, where Sword grabs Roly-Coly and a Diglett for later, before meeting up with the person that we saw at the ceremony, Bede. I'm sure some people are going to say that's not how you say his name, but I looked it up and I believe his name is based on an English monk with the same title. His entire team is based around psychic types, and thankfully each team has 2 members that have dark type moves. Although Zigzagoon and Nickit can deal some good damage, I found that Rookidee is actually the best option for this battle. Because it knows Power Trip once you catch it, you can knock out everything if you set it up twice with Home Claws. I forgot to grab Rookidee and Sword before this battle, so while we take care of that, let's focus on Shield for a bit. Once we exit the mine, we reach Route 4 with the first gym in viewing distance. Before we go there, it's important to grab the hidden rare candy and the sharp beak to boost Rookidee's moves. Through the random encounters, we can catch Milcery, before meeting Milo and Hop in Turffield. We meet up with Sonia once again, and talk about the meaning of the hill drawings, as well as the history of Galar, before going to take on the first gym in the region. Now, gyms in this region are a little bit different than the previous generations, as the goal is to complete a specific task before reaching the stadium to fight the gym leader. They're usually puzzles like the older games, but personally I think they were done in a way to make them feel a lot more entertaining. In this gym, we have to herd all of the Wooloo into the end of each area, with a couple trainers thrown into the mix. As you progress, Yamper will come out and scare the Wooloo to go in the opposite direction, but for the most part, this gym is very easy to get through. At the end, we can take on the gym battle with Milo, which once again has a brand new mechanic, Dynamaxing. Dynamaxing is in a way a mix of Mega Evolution and Z-moves from the last 2 generations. Before you attack, you're able to choose if you'd like to Dynamax or not, and if you do, you receive an HP boost, and all of your moves become stronger for 3 turns. You can only do this once per battle, and if your Pokemon is knocked out or switched out, you lose all the benefits you earn from using it. Rookidee is by far the best Pokemon to use for this battle, and if you Dynamax on the first or second turn, you'll probably be able to run through the entire battle without too much of a problem. Now that we're all done with that, it's time to take on the next gym. During this time, Sword was able to catch Yamper on Route 4 before sweeping through Milo's gym. Before we leave the gym, it's really important to talk to the weird ball guy in the lobby to receive the friend ball. It may not seem that important now, but we'll get back to that in the later half of the story. If we follow the path on Route 5, we meet up with an old man and Team Yell who are trying to steal his bike. Once we defeat him, the old man decides that he really doesn't want it anyways and gives it to us instead. Unlike the other games, this bike is only 1 speed, but since Rotom confused with it, we get a small boost from it roughly every 10 seconds. You can decrease the cooldown time through the wild area, but this is enough to carry us through the whole game. Before we reach the next city, Sword has to do some random encounters to catch Dottler and Applin, bringing the total to 12 Pokemon. Upon reaching Hulbury, we meet up with Bede, Rose, and Vice President Oleana, who tells us to meet them at the restaurant after we defeat the next gym leader. Ness's gym is located in the back of the city, and the theme is based around water-type Pokemon. When you're running through the game, this is probably one of the hardest gyms to take on if you're not prepared, and it's almost entirely because of her final Pokemon. The gym puzzle is pretty easy, and once I defeated all the trainers, Shield's Gossifleur evolved into Eldegoss. If you don't choose Grookey as your starter, it's almost mandatory to have this Pokemon if you want to get through this as fast as possible. There is a static one that you can encounter on the bridge where we met Team Yell, but since I already had Gossifleur, I just chose to level it up. Nessa's team for the most part is pretty weak, but the biggest issue is that the Pokemon she chooses to Dynamax, Dreadnought. Not only is it surprisingly fast, but it hits really hard too. If you don't outspeed it, it will probably one-shot you, and one of the only Pokemon that I found that can take a hit is Eldegoss. Because it's quad weak to grass, you really only need to live 1 or 2 hits, so this is probably the best choice aside from using your starter Thwackey. Once we get the badge, we can meet up with everyone at the restaurant and head south of the city to reach Galar Mine number 2. Creative name, I know. Here we have another battle with Bede and take on Team Yell, but it's important to grab the soft sand in this corner for the Diglett I caught earlier in the game to help with our next gym. When we exit the mine, we reach the Motostoke outskirts and have essentially completed the first loop on the map. It's important to catch Hatneck here, as this is probably the most convenient place to catch one in the entire game. From here we can just fly back to Motostoke and take on the first gym that we enter. When we go back to the Badoo drop-in to rest up, we meet up with Marnie again and she challenges us to a battle. After all that is taken care of, we can finally challenge Kabu's gym. This gym is one of the first extremely unique gyms in this game, as it's more of a competition than a puzzle to gain access to the stadium. In each patch of grass, there's a Pokemon that you can encounter, and you have to either catch or defeat the Pokemon before your opponent takes it out themselves. For every wild Pokemon that you knock out, you earn 1 point, but if you catch it, you earn 2 points. The goal is to earn 5 points before you can challenge Kabu, but there is one little thing that is very important to do here. In this gym, you can catch Sizzlipede, which is really good because you can only get it as a 1% random encounter on Route 5. Because it will even respawn here if you knock it out, you have quite a few opportunities to catch one. I initially tried to grab it in Shield, but I spent about 20 minutes trying to catch it and it straight up refused to get in the ball. I gave it a try in Sword and caught it in the first ball. So let's just take a look at this game until we catch back up. Kabu's team is pretty difficult to get around, as his entire team consists of fully evolved Pokemon. This also is the first time we get to see a Gigantamax Pokemon, which really doesn't impact anything aside from the appearance and one different move. But that doesn't change the fact that Sensascorch is very strong. Diglett and Corvisquire can handle a lot of battles, but since they all know Will-O-Wisp, it makes the battles take much longer because our attack is cut in half. This battle took about 10 minutes to complete, but that's pretty on par with most gym leaders, so overall this one wasn't too bad. Now that we have 3 badges, we're able to head to the upper half of the region, but coincidentally, once again, we can't take the train to get there. Thankfully, we're now able to access the second half of the wild area, which means we now have potentially hundreds of Pokemon we can pick from to take on the rest of the leaders. For now, the only thing we're going to have to grab here is the item for leftovers. Once we traverse through all the areas, we reach the gates to Hammerlock, which is essentially the main or central area of the region. We have a quick conversation with Rose, before being told to speak with Raihan at the west side of the city, who happens to be the gym leader of Hammerlock. He tells us to go to the vault upstairs and talk to Sonia, where we learn more about the Darkest Day and all that stuff about swords and shields. Although it seems like Raihan would be the next gym leader to face, we're told that we're not allowed to face him until we have 7 badges. So we'll come back and take him on once we have that opportunity. If we head west of Hammerlock, we reach Route 6. Once we defeat Team Yell near the bridge, we meet Opal, who is the gym leader of Ballenly. For the most part, we can skip all of this route, but it's important to get a couple things before we go. Through the random encounters, we can catch Silicobra, but the next one is a completely new encounter. If we go over to this berry tree and shake it, a pile of berries will drop down. If we shake it enough times, eventually a Greedent will pop out of the tree. This is probably the best place to get one, as it has a 100% encounter rate with this specific tree. Before we head to the next town, we have to make sure to grab the first pair of fossils that are located in this hidden spot in the ground. Stow Inside is the next big stop, as this is home of the 4th gym leader. In the center of the town, we have another battle with Hop, and collect the second set of fossils from the man in the Pokemon Center. Although this gym doesn't seem too special because it's just another fighting gym, this is actually a version-exclusive gym for Pokemon Sword, which is the first of its kind for this series. Granted, the layouts for this challenge are almost completely identical, but the leader and trainer's Pokemon are completely different. This gym is based around the fighting type, and since we have Corvisquire, this shouldn't be too difficult to get through if we're stocked up on potions. Through the trainer battles, Sizzlipede evolved into Sensascorch.
Right.
I know I already counted its pre-evolution, but we're going to breed it later anyways, so I'll point that out when the time comes. Bea is the gym leader for this game, and overall her team isn't too difficult to take on, but I Dynamaxed too early and got destroyed by her Machamp at the end of the battle. Because of that time lost, Shield was able to catch back up again. During all that time, Choodle evolved into Dreadnought, and we made our way to Hammerlock to take care of the story once again. I made sure to grab the Strawberry Sweet and the rare candy that are next to the castle, as these will help out a ton with future evolutions. On our way through Route 6 and Stownside, I was able to get the other 2 fossils we need, as well as catch Galarian Yamask for later. The 4th gym leader for this game is Alistair, who specializes in Ghost-type Pokemon. Linoon was able to put in a lot of work, but when it came time to battle his Gigantamax Gengar, I decided to use Dugtrio because of how frail it is. Now that we're all evened out, let's move on with the story. We meet up with Sonia outside and hear a loud explosion at the top of the stairs. When we head up, we see Bede trying to destroy an old rock painting to get a wishing star. After we battle him, Rose and Oleana catch him in the act and disqualify him from continuing in the league challenge. The wall then collapses, and somehow behind all this rock was a giant statue that depicted the 2 legendary Pokemon. After Swords collects the cracked pot, we can head north of Stownside to get to Glimwood Tangle. Thankfully, we don't have to watch a dash cam of this forest for 24 hours again, and can just catch all the Pokemon that we need. In here we can catch Hatterene, Indeedee, Morgrem, and Sinistea and Sword, while Shield caught another Hatterene for their own team. Once we exit the forest, we reach Ballenly. This is where Opal's gym is, and her team is focused around Fairy-type Pokemon. The challenge for this gym is presented as a play, and we have to answer random questions after a few turns. If we get it right, one of our stats are boosted, but if it's wrong, one is dropped. The answers are the same no matter which version you play, so as long as you remember them, this shouldn't be too tough. By the time we could enter the stadium, I used all the rare candies I've collected so far to evolve both Corvisquire into Corviknight. Because it learns Steel Wing when it evolves, I was able to breeze through this gym without a single problem. After the battle, Raboot evolved into Cinderace, and Opal brings us back to Hammerlock and takes Speed under her wing because he's the color pink. If we head to the east side of the city, we can now access Route 7. We have another battle with Hop on the bridge, but at this point your team should be covered for just about anything he throws at you. This is one of the shortest routes in the game, but there are many new Pokemon that are hidden in the grass. In Sword we can catch Berserker, Thievul, and 2 Toxel, and in Shield we can catch Morpeko. After one of the battles, Thwackey evolved into Rillaboom, which gives us an even 30 Pokemon. Route 8 immediately follows this, and because I chose for Sword to catch all the Pokemon in this area, we're going to take a look at Shield until we're even again. As I made my way through, I made sure to grab the Pixie Plate for Hatterene, which isn't completely necessary, but it wasn't holding an item anyways, so it's definitely a big help. Once we reach Sirchester, we can immediately take on the gym, and this is the second and final version exclusive gym that we have to take on. This is an Ice-type gym, and because we have Cinderace, the battles are extremely easy, but the biggest problem is actually the puzzle. At the beginning of the gym, you're given an item that looks like the item finder, that detects when you're too close to a pit in the ground. The objective is to reach the end without falling through, and they become progressively harder as you progress. I didn't practice the pattern beforehand, but for the most part, this didn't take too long to get through. Melanie's team is very easy to defeat, except for the Gigantamax Lapras at the end. I just waited again for it to shrink back down so I could avoid that extra HP, and after about 5 minutes, the battle's ours. From here we do the events in the restaurant and battle Hop in the middle of the town, before heading south on the right side to access Route 9. The only Pokemon that we're going to have to grab here is Pincurchin, who is a 5% encounter in the random grass. We then meet up with Team Yell and the old man again, and after we defeat him, he'll upgrade our Rotom Bike to now be able to surf on water. This not only allows us to access new areas, but it will also help with a cool trick that I'll talk about in just a bit. In the water we can find Graplocked, and if we reach the grass on the other side, we can catch its pre-evolution, Clobbopus. This route leads directly to Spikemouth, where Marnie challenges to a battle in order to enter the city. We find out that this is the hideout for Team Yell, but it's also the location of the unknown 7th gym leader. This gym is pretty much a generic gym from the old games, but that was the intention because of the leader's character. We find out that Piers is Marnie's older brother, the leader of Team Yell, and also the gym leader that we have to face. Because he doesn't believe in Dynamaxing, we have to face him like a regular battle, which makes this much less difficult to get through if you know the order he sends his Pokemon out. Now that we only have one more badge, it's time to do something that we're probably not supposed to do. As you know by now, the wild area contains a wide range of Pokemon that severely differ in levels, and you're restricted from getting them until you collect a certain amount of badges. Because we've collected 7 badges, we're able to catch Pokemon as high as level 55. This is obviously not new news to most of you, but that technically means that we can access every area of the wilds and get wherever we want. If you go back to the wilds and surf to the Lake of Outrage, we'll be surrounded by a ton of extremely powerful Pokemon. While an overwhelming majority of them are nearing level 60, they can all be caught at level 55, which means that you can just encounter a bunch of Pokemon, and eventually there will be one that you can add to your team. This essentially gives you over a 10 level advantage, and if you're ever in a pinch, you can just toss out this Pokemon and deal massive amounts of damage. I found that the only Pokemon that you really need is Golurk, but I took the time to look around for a couple more Pokemon. While I'm taking care of that, let's check back on how Sword is doing. In the sand area of Route 8, I managed to catch Sandaconda and Phalanx, but in the snow section of the route, I caught 2 Snom. It's important to catch one of these with the friend ball that we obtained at Milo's gym, as this Pokemon evolves by happiness. This ball sets its friendship to 200, which means that it only needs to hang in the party for a while until it eventually evolves. After taking on the Rock-type leader Gordy, we head to Route 9 to catch Cramorant, before making our way to Piers and collecting the second to last badge. At the Lake of Outrage, I managed to catch Golurk, and after the battle, Snom evolved into Frosmoth. During all those events, Shield was able to catch 2 Drakloak, as well as evolve Linoon into Obstagoon, and Hatchrim into Hatterene. This brings a total of 41 Pokemon, and over half of the new Pokemon in the Galar region. It doesn't sound like too much, but we've caught a lot more than you think. From here we meet up with everyone at Hammerlock, and are told that we can now take on the final gym leader of the Galar region, Raihan. Because we have Golurk, the initial battles are very easy to do, and even the gym leader was pretty straightforward. This is the hardest gym in my opinion because of Gigantamax Duraludon, but if you Dynamax Golurk, it makes it really hard to take down without any boosts. Now that we've conquered the entire region, it's time to ride the tram to take on the Pokemon League tournament at the top of the map. Route 10 is the last new route that we haven't visited, and there are only a couple new ones that have to be obtained. Galarian Mr. Mime is an important one to grab, but Duraludon is a 1% encounter in the grass, so you have to be really quick or else it could disappear and... Fortunately, another one spawned like a minute later, so thankfully we can add this one to the total. Shield doesn't have to catch anything here, so after fighting through a bunch of mandatory trainers, we reach Winden. The only thing that we have to do at this point is take on the Championship League at Winden Stadium. The first battle that we have to take on is against Marnie. Her team is pretty easy to take on now that we have Golurk, but Hatterene and Corviknight were also able to make quick work of her team. Our semifinal match is against Hop. Considering that we know the ins and outs of his team by now, this was also extremely easy to take care of. Once we're confirmed to play in the Gym Leader Finals, we meet up with Leon and head back to the hotel to rest up for the final matches. When Leon doesn't come back in time, we meet up with Piers and Marnie to figure out what's going on. Oleana tells us that he's in a meeting with Rose, and she tells us that we're not allowed to visit. Because we're kids and we don't care about authority, we battle some of the members of their company, Macros Cosmos, and gain access to the tram that takes us to the battle tower. Once we get there, we battle all the trainers on the elevator to the top, and somehow Oleana has already beat us to Rose. She challenges us to probably one of the least difficult fights in the game, before giving up and letting us check on Leon. We find out that Rose wants to initiate his big plans, but Leon refuses to help him until the championship matches have been completed. We take him back to the hotel, and we can finally continue with conquering the league. The second half of the championship requires that you face off against the gym leaders in bracket format. Before our first battle, Bede shows up on the field and demands that we battle him now that he's been trained by Opal. He apparently threw all of his psychic types in the trash, because he's now only using fairy types for this entire battle. After we embarrass him for the final time, we can now take on the actual gym leaders. Once we defeat Nessa, Alistair and Bee, and Raihan, we're ready to finally take on the final battle in the game. Right when we're about to start our battle with Leon, Rose comes on the screen and summons a Dynamax beam in the middle of the stadium. Oh wow, no way, this isn't the end of the game? That's crazy, I wouldn't have expected Rose to be the bad guy. After everyone leaves the stadium, Hop tells us that we should go back to the Slumbering Weald to get help from the Pokemon that we saw in the beginning of the game. As we make our way through the extended area of the forest, Shield was able to catch Orbeetle, which gives us a total of 43 Pokemon. In the fog, we find both Zacian and Zamazenta, and retrieve the Rusted Sword and Shield from the shrine at the pond. We're told that Rose is unleashing the Darkest Day upon the Galar region and forcing Pokemon to Dynamax through the power plant located in Hammerlock. Once we get there, Oleana acts surprised that Rose isn't nice, and we head inside to take him on. Rose's entire team consists of steel types, so as long as you use any fire or ground moves, the battle should take all of 3 minutes to finish if you Dynamax at the best time. After the battle, he tells us that if we want to truly stop him, we should go to the roof and meet up with Leon. We find out that Rose has summoned Eternatus, who is the Darkest Day, and Leon tells us that he has defeated it and only needs to catch it for us to be safe. He then decides to throw a single Pokeball and acts surprised that this giant creature didn't stay in. Now that we found out he's completely useless, we have to take care of the dirty work. After we defeat Eternatus, he Gigantamaxes and we're unable to do any sort of damage to it. When we take out the sword and shield that we found in the Slumbering Weald, we summon Zacian and Zamazenta and have to defeat it in a raid battle. For the most part, this is pretty easy because they do all the work for you, but it's important to keep your team alive as long as you can, or else you'll have to start all over. Once the raid is completed, we can throw a Pokeball and add the legendary Eternatus to the total. Now it's time to finish the game. The final thing we have to do for the main story is take on Leon, and now that we have Eternatus, this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Although Eternatus can't Dynamax, it has coverage for just about every single Pokemon that Leon can throw at you. There's still potential that you could screw this up, but after a dominating victory, we've completed both of the games with only a 15-minute time difference. But we're definitely not done catching all the Pokemon. We still have to do the post-game. Just like the previous Catch 'em All videos I've done, there are a lot of Pokemon that are only obtainable in the post-game, and that definitely applies with these games. If you haven't noticed, we haven't even caught the box legendaries yet, but there are still a ton of other Pokemon that you'll probably want to wait to get in the post-game. The day-night cycle is actually set in every area except the wilds before you beat the main story, and that's why Pokemon like Linoone took much longer than they were supposed to evolve. Now that the clock time actually matches our switches, items like Dusk Balls will serve a much better purpose. Because Shield finished the game first, let's go over the rest of its catches. After a battle with Leon, our Dracloak evolved into Dragapult. After the credits roll, we meet up with Magnolia at her house, and she gives us the Master Ball for becoming the champion of the region. This is the part where we can start the post-game story, and rather than doing a long-winded explanation, I'll just give a brief summary of what went down. We meet up with Hop at the Slumbering Weald and return the Sword and Shield back to the shrine, only for two guys to just take them back themselves. Swordward and Shieldbird are the new threats in the post-game, and they have the same intentions as Chairman Rose to overrun the world with Dynamax Pokemon. We meet up with Sonia and her new assistant to find out that Pokemon are roaming out of control at the gyms in the region. The main chunk of the post-game is doing raid battles and defeating all 7 of the Dynamax Pokemon in the stadiums. And once we've completed that, we have to battle them once again in the same location that we took on Rose. Once we took the elevator to the roof, we find out they've summoned Zacian and ultimately lose control of the Pokemon. Because we still have the Rusted Shield, Zamazenta comes to our rescue and stops Zacian from literally killing all of us. Once we've calmed them down, we're able to finally catch the legendary Pokemon. Since I really don't have a better use for the Master Ball, I was able to catch Zamazenta in less than a minute. From here we can go back to the shrine and battle Hop to finish off the post-game. But since we gained nothing from that interaction, we're just going to leave him waiting until my Switch stops working 30 years down the road. It may seem like this is a pretty boring storyline, but in my opinion it was pretty entertaining to go through all the gyms again. But now let's finish up our catches. If we head all the way back to Professor Magnolia's house, we can use the Rotom Bike to surf on the water. This lake is filled with a bunch of fish, so we can easily catch Arrokuda and its evolution, Barraskewda. I quickly stopped at Route 5 and Glimwood Tangle to catch another Applin for later, and Hatchram because I evolved my other one. But the last group of catches are all going to be in the wild area. Because a lot of these encounters are weather-based, you can just change your Switch's clock to the next day until you get the specific weather that you're looking for. With this in mind, I was able to catch Corvisquire, Dubwool, and Boltund around the Motostoke outskirts, Impidimp in the Stony Wilderness, and Copperajah, Ice-Cube, Grimmsnarl, and Ditto at the Lake of Outrage. The last wild Pokemon for this game is going to be Galarian Corsola at Giant's Mirror. Before we leave the wilds, it's important to go to Axew's Eye in the lower half of the area to grab the sweet apple from the tree on the island. Now let's take care of the breeding. This game has by far the fastest breeding process out of every game to make it more competitive friendly. So it took only about 15 minutes to get all the Pokemon that I needed. Before I started hatching, I traded Sobble from another game to this save, as there isn't any other way to get one with only 2 games. I mentioned this in the Black and White Catch 'em All, but I still felt like I should mention it anyways. After biking around for a bit, I was able to get Milcery, 2 Scorbunny, 2 Sobble, and Dreepy. Now all we have to do is evolve our catches. Starting with the unique ones, if we use the Sweet Apple on Applin, it will evolve into Appleton. If we give Milcery the Strawberry Sweet and spin around for a bit, it will immediately evolve into Alchemy. The final special one requires a little bit of setup. If we heal up Yamask and give it a Focus Sash, we can get this done on the first try. If we battle a high-level Pokemon in the wilds and let it knock us down to our Sash, we can use a Pokédoll and leave the battle. From here, if we go under the rock overhang in the Dusty Bowl, Yamask will evolve into Runerigus. Don't ask me why, because I don't know either. For this game, we have a pretty small list of remaining evolutions, and the best place to train is probably the Lake of Outrage. There are a ton of spawns, and almost all of them give over 2,000 experience per battle. After less than 20 minutes of grinding, I was able to evolve Corsola to Cursula, Scorbunny to Raboot, 2 Sobble into Drizzile, and Drizzile into Inteleon, giving us a total of 65 Pokemon. Now let's check out Sword. After going through the same post-game, we're able to catch Zacian with the Master Ball and proceed with the finishing catches. On Route 5, we can catch Galarian Farfetch, but it's also important to steal a leak from a wild one if yours wasn't already holding one. As for wild area catches, we can catch 2 Carkol at Giant's Cap, Cufant at Bridge Field, and Ditto and Stonjourner at the Lake of Outrage. The last item that we have to grab is going to be the Tart Apple at Axew's Eye. Through some quick breeding, we can hatch Sinistea, Applin, Sizzlipede, and Grookey. Now let's level everyone up. Farfetch's evolution is probably one of the hardest, as you need to land 3 critical hits in a single battle. But I found a pretty easy way to do it. If you talk to this man in Motostoke, he'll give you the TR for focus energy. If you teach it to Farfetch'd and let it hold the leak, you're extremely likely to land critical hits. Just for reference, I fought the trainer right below the breeding house, and literally every single hit was a crit. So if you happen to be stuck evolving one, I suggest trying out this new method. After the battle, Farfetch'd evolved into Surfetch'd. Next, if we use the Tart Apple on Applin, it will evolve into Flapple. The final weird evolution is going to be Sinistea. If we use the Crack Pot on it, it will climb inside and evolve into Poltegeist. I'm not sure if I'd consider that an evolution. After grinding up at the Lake of Outrage for a whopping 10 minutes, I was able to evolve Carkol to Colossal, Grookey to Thwackey, Toxel to Toxtricity, and Mr. Mime into Mr. Rhyme. The final Pokemon that we have to add to our total are going to be the fossil evolutions. If we trade over all of them to one game and visit the scientist on Route 6, she can restore the fossils for us, but not the way that you think. Because she collects them in halves, she offers to fuse the pieces together to create new Pokemon. I'd suggest looking away if you don't like ugly things. With this we can get Arctozolt, Dracovish, Dracozolt, and Arctovish. Sorry you had to see all that. And with that, we've successfully caught every new Pokemon available in the Galar Pokedex. But how did I do? So let's review. Considering that this game came out literally a week ago, I think I did a pretty good job piecing together the best places to find all the Pokemon. I'm sure that'll change over the coming months, but for the most part, they seem pretty accurate. In Pokemon Sword, I finished with a time of 10 hours and 26 minutes. I honestly think that the most surprising thing is that I was able to even beat the story that fast. Like I mentioned in the beginning, this game is extremely long, but I think a large portion of my time save was getting Golurk at the Lake of Outrage. In Shield, I finished with a time of 10 hours and 54 minutes, and I honestly assumed that this was going to take a lot more time. I intended for one game to heavily focus on catching in the main story, and another to focus on the post-game, and I think I found a really great way to evenly do that. Overall, I'm really satisfied with these times, and for the first time ever, I wouldn't be opposed to doing this again. If you haven't caught all the Pokemon yet, I think this would be a really super fun way to do it, and if you're interested in giving a shot, I've linked both of the guides I've made in the description below. If you do it alone or with a friend, tweet your times at JohnstoneYT. Other than that, that's all there is to say about catching every Galar Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield. And that's going to do it for today's video. If you like the video, leave a like and consider subscribing, as I'll be uploading new videos like this very soon. If you have any other suggestions for videos that you'd like to see, leave a comment below. Follow me on Twitter to keep updated with new videos as they come out. Other than that, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No walking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't pig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the dope. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light. Looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight. And everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she can do it all night. Called up the homies and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court and I'm troubled. Last week messed around and got a triple-double. Freaking brothers every way like MJ. I can't believe today was a good day. The pad and hit the showers. Didn't even get no static from the cowards. Cause just yesterday, them fools tried to blast me. Saw the police and they rolled right past me. No flexing, didn't even look in a brother's direction as I ran the intersection. Went to Show Dog's house, they was watching Yo MTV raps. What's the hats on the craps? Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. Roll 'em in a circle of homies and watch me break 'em with the 7, 7-11, 7-11, 7 even back then really done. I picked up the cash flow. Then we played ball, and I'm yelling domino. Plus nobody I know got killed in South Central LA. Today was a good day. Left my homie's house paid. Picked up a girl, been trying to dig since the 12th grade. It's ironic. The boo, she had the chronic. The Lakers beat the Super Sonic. Felt on the big fat fanny. Pulled out the jammy and killed the poo nanny. And my Jimmy runs deep, so deep, so deep. Put her butt to sleep. Woke her up around 1. She didn't hesitate to call Ice Cube the top gun. Go to the pad and I'm coasting. Took another sip of the potion. Hit the 3-wheel motion. I was glad everything had worked out. Dropped the burnt off and then chirped out. Today was like one of those fly dreams. Didn't even see a berry flashing those high beams. No helicopter looking for the murder. 2 in the morning, got the fat burger. Even saw the lights of the Goodyear blimp, and it read Ice Cube's a pimp. Drunk as hell, but no throwing up. Halfway home, and my page is still blowing up. Today I didn't even have to use my AK. I gotta say it was a good day. Stop this, man. I don't know what I'm thinking about.
It's a beautiful day. Beat drop incoming. Let's play. Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Come on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. Turn that frown upside down and be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. I'm jolly, I'm silly, and I never say never. Oh, my name is Musi, and I'm here to say I like to rap in a happy way. I like to sing, I like to dance. I smell the flowers and I smell the plants. So don't be depressed, just be happy. Be like me, I'm a jolly old chappy. Look at me go, I'm feeling rappy. Your girl got deleted, that bird was flapping. I smile with glee when the rain clouds flee. Life gets better when you sing with me. I bet you're smiling, I guarantee. Cookies for everyone. Hold on, I feel a giggle coming. Here it comes. Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Come on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. Turn that frown upside down and be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. I'm jolly, I'm silly, and I never say never. That's it. I'm putting my foot down. Dear world, what's with the hate? Can't we all just get along? Why don't we all cuddle and sing this song? You know, I used to wonder, why was I so happy yet everyone around me was so sad? And that's when it hit me. The truth was, I'm just a better person. All together now! Yeah! Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Come on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. Turn that frown upside down and be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. I'm jolly, I'm silly, and I never say never. Hooray! Oh yeah! It's a beautiful day. Beat drop incoming. Let's play! Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Come on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. Turn that frown upside down and be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. I'm jolly, I'm silly, and I never say never. Oh, my name is Musi, and I'm here to say I like to rap in a happy way. I like to sing, I like to dance. I smell the flowers and I smell the plants. So don't be depressed, just be happy. Be like me, I'm a jolly old chappy. Look at me go, I'm feeling rappy. Your girl got deleted, that bird was flapping. I smile with glee when the rain clouds flee. Life gets better when you sing with me. I bet you're smiling, I guarantee. Cookies for everyone. Hold on, I feel a giggle coming. Here it comes. Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Come on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. Turn that frown upside down and be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. I'm jolly, I'm silly, and I never say never. That's it. I'm putting my foot down. Dear world, what's with the hate? Can't we all just get along? Why don't we all cuddle and sing this song? You know, I used to wonder, why was I so happy yet everyone around me was so sad? And that's when it hit me. The truth was, I'm just a better person. All together now! Yeah! Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Come on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. Turn that frown upside down and be happy forever. Happy forever. the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Go on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. Turn that frown upside down and be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. I'm jolly, I'm silly, and I never say never. Oh, my name is Musi, and I'm here to say I like to rap in a happy way. I like to sing, I like to dance. I smell the flowers and I smell the plants. So don't be depressed, just be happy. Be like me, I'm a jolly old chappy. Look at me go, I'm feeling rappy. Your bird got deleted, that bird was flappy. I smile with glee when the rain clouds flee. Life gets better when you sing with me. I bet you'll smile, I guarantee. Cookies for everyone. Hold on, I feel a giggle coming. Here it comes. Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Go on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. Turn that frown upside down and be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. I'm jolly, I'm silly, and I never say never. That's it. I'm putting my foot down. Dear world, what's with the hate? Can't we all just get along? Why don't we all cuddle and sing this song? You know, I used to wonder, why was I so happy yet everyone around me was so sad? And that's when it hit me. The truth was, I'm just a better person. All together now! Yeah! Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Go on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. Turn that frown upside down and be happy forever. Happy forever, happy forever. I'm jolly, I'm silly, and I never say never.
And of course I got your back, don't you worry about that, no. It's been a good day, good night. It's gonna be a good day, good night.
Two hands meet at zenith. Nothing comes between us. Dancing like ballerinas under the moonlight all night long. How these plain and simple scenes get painted so vividly by you. I just wanna stay with you.
Somehow you make me feel invincible. Power to my so young. I'ma ease the things that used to bother me, cause your existence just lights me up, You always got my back, and of course I got your back, don't you worry about that now. It's been a good day, good night, it's gonna be a good day, good night.
With a lick in my heart, I plead for you to talk to me. I wanna hear all the good and bad news stories you have. As I drift across the sky, the overhead turns high. So good night, let me sing a lullaby. I'll be singing, baby.
Yeah.
No slumping, get the beats bumping. Get up and keep the party jumping. No slumping, get the beats bumping. Get up and keep the party jumping. No slumping, get the beats bumping. Get up and keep the party jumping. No slumping, get up and keep the party jumping. It's like that, y'all. It's like that, y'all. We're gonna give you what you came here for. You're gonna get their blood pumping.
Put the boogie in your body, let's party.
It's like that, y'all. It's like that, y'all. Everybody move your body to the beat. You're gonna get their blood pumping. Slumping, jumping, no slumping, get the beat pumping. Get up and keep the party jumping. No slumping, get the beat pumping. Get up and keep the party jumping. No slumping, get the beat pumping. Get up and keep the party jumping. Party jumping, get the party jumping. Get up and get the beats pumping. We're gonna give you what you everybody move your body, everybody move your body.
Put the boogie in your body, let's party.
No slumping, get the beats pumping. Get up and keep the party jumping. No slumping, get the beats pumping. Get up and keep the party jumping. Get up and keep the party jumping. It's like that, y'all. We're gonna give you what you everybody move your body, move your body. You're gonna get their blood pumping, 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 jumping.
Slow down, this is slipping through my mind. This conversation has run out of time. Honey, I know you know what I mean, and that's the one thing that you seem to find. I know that you really want to go. My mind is running out again. Just relax and recap and relapse and that. My body's jumping and I go through the motions and I'm leaving on this journey. Maybe someday I'll come running home to you. I don't want to see the day. My words gonna make it safe. It's too bad, no regrets. I don't wanna see the day. Tears are falling on my grave. almost like a threat. I know that you really wanna go. I only think about her, must get to work and I lose her. You know that I will not break the silent support systems and my mind on rewind and rewind and rewind. I don't wanna see the end. My words can't make it safe. Perhaps it's too bad, no regrets. I don't wanna see the end. Tears are falling on my grave. This is my one chance to take back, no regrets. I don't wanna see the dead. My words cannot make it safe. Alright, in my hands, it's too bad, no regrets. I don't wanna see the dead. The tears are falling on my grave. This is my one chance, my one chance, my one chance. Cold-hearted girl, don't hurt me like this anymore. I'm waiting right outside your Don't come back here anymore. Go away and don't come back.
Yeah, it's like national underground thunderbound when I stop the ground. Like a million elephants, a silverback orangutan. You can't stop a train. Who wants some? Don't come unprepared. I'll be there, but when I leave there, better be a household name. Weatherman telling us it ain't gon' rain. So now we sitting in a drop top soaking wet. In the silk suit trying not to sweat. In somersaults without the net. But this be the year that we won't forget. 1999. I don't know anything goes. Be what you wanna be. Long as you know consequences. The giving for living the business. Too hot to jump in jail. Too low to dig. I might just touch hell. Hot. Get a life that ain't gon' sell. Then I might catch you a sale. Look at what came in the mail. I'm careless, arm and hammer. Logo grill and a baby mama. Black Cadillac in a back of peppers. Stack of questions with no answers. Cure for cancer, cure for AIDS. Make a nigga wanna stay on tour for days. Get back home, things are wrong. When I really am bad all alone. Before you left ass up to a ball of power. 1,000 miles per hour. Hello ghetto, let your brain breathe. Believe there's always more. Don't pull the bang out unless you plan to bang. Yeah, don't leave the bang unless you plan to hit something. Don't pull the bang out unless you plan to bang. Yeah, don't leave the bang unless you plan to hit something. Uno, no, crazy songs. Never think about rock a microphone like that there, boy, it would still stay free. Big things happen every time we meet, like a crash ain't dying to get. Outcast bumping up and down the street, playing back, Cadillac, bye-bye. Niggas stay 75, them stay street, start to the beat, cause we get drunk, stay drunk at the club. Should've might announced what you caught the dub. Should've held back, but you told the punch. Supposed to meet your girl, but you packed the lunch. No D to the U to the G for you. Got a son on the way by the name of Bamboo. Got a little baby girl, 4 year Jordan. Never turn my back on my kids for them. Should've hit it with a rag top. Before you eat up, get a laugh stop. Make a bid for yourself, one just go. Make a bad dime out of dusty cold. Reckon number 4, but we on the road. Hold up, slow up, stop, control. Like Janet, planet, stay on it's on ya. Moving like floor, come straight to Florida. Block out your windows, then block the quarters. Put it up a belt, cause the weapons in order. Like a 3-piece bitch before I cut your daughter. Your kettle taco bell, then I hit the border. Pity pat rapper trying to get the vibe. I'm a microphone being trying to stay alive. When you come to ATM, well, you bet not high, cause the Dungeon family gon' ride. Don't pull the bang out unless you plan to bang. Yeah, don't leave the bang unless you plan to hit something. Yeah, don't pull the bang out unless you plan to bang. Yeah, don't leave bang unless you plan to hit something.
you at my job. You're carrying yourself so well. I made myself a promise. What's that? Not to get emotional. As I remain stable. I take another glance at you. If we were at the disco, then I would have to dance with you. This isn't cool, not cool. And in my lonely eyes, I see myself in eloquent stride. In a sharp tuxedo, it goes nothing to her. I wanna hold your hand. I haven't been the same man since I saw you coming in. Let's have a toast to the girl in aisle 10. We need some help and hello, Allison. I wanna hold your hand. I haven't been the same man since I saw you coming in. Let's have a toast to the girl in aisle 10. I seen you about 9:15. You shine in the neon sign. Where are you from? You floating like an angel at night into my life and leave me with a song to write. And now I'm loaded, holding my sack. Been wondering where she is at. With a line of customers getting mad, they didn't see what I seen. The store queen made everything easier for one fine heat. And in my bloodshot eyes, all I can see is everything's fine. With a turning stomach, running thoughts through my head. I wanna hold your hand. I haven't been the same man since I saw you coming in. Let's have a toast to the girl in aisle 10. We need some help and hello, Allison. I wanna hold your hand. I haven't been the same man since I saw you coming in. Let's have a toast to the girl in aisle 10. You came in here again. I'm drinking by the copier. I made myself a promise. Now what was that? That I would finally talk to her. As I remain stable. I take another drink for you. I set it on the table. Whoa. I'm sure I look a drunken fool. I'm seeing two. And in my lonely eyes, I see myself in eloquent stride. In a sharp tuxedo, it goes nothing to her. I wanna hold your hand. I haven't been the same man since I saw you coming in. Let's have a toast to the girl in aisle 10. We need some help and I wanna hold your hand. I haven't been the same man since I saw you coming in. Let's have a toast to the girl in aisle 10. We need some help and hello, Allison. Aisle 10, aisle 10, aisle 10. Yeah. Aisle 10, we need some help and aisle 10.
Hooray! Oh yeah! It's a beautiful day. Beat drop incoming. Let's play. Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Come on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever. Happy forever. Turn the phone upside down, be happy forever. Happy forever. Happy forever. I'm jolly, I'm silly, and I never say never. Oh, my name is Music, and I'm here to say I like to rap in a happy way. I like to sing, I like to dance. I smell the flowers and I smell the plants. So, don't be depressed, just be happy. Be like me, I'm a jolly old chappy. Look at me go, I'm feeling happy. Your yogurt lead takes furthers fast. I smell with green when the rain comes flee. Life gets better when you sing with me. I bet you'll smile, I guarantee. Cookies for everyone. Hold on, I feel a bubble coming. Here it comes. Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, Dear world, what's with the hate? Can't we all just get along? Why don't we all cuddle and sing this song? You know, I used to wonder, why was I so happy yet everyone around me was so sad? And that's when it hit me. The truth was, I'm just a person. All together now! Yeah! Every day is the best day ever. Everybody dance, life's only getting better. Stop being grumpy, let's smile together. Come on everyone, let's be happy forever. Happy forever. Happy forever. Turn it down, upside down, be happy forever. Happy forever. Happy forever. I'm joking, I'm silly, and I never say never. Toilet troubles, we've all been there. I just wish there was another way. Well, wish no longer. Introducing Laxido. I've dealt with IBS my whole life, and Laxido's really turned my life around. There was a point in my life where I felt truly hopeless, but not anymore. Laxido helped my tummy feel better. Oh, Ethan. Laxido's helped me feel like a kid again. Laxido helps battle constipation by loosening your stool. Available in many flavours, it can truly be a drink you enjoy. Yummy! Laxido is available from all major pharmacies. Take control of your constipation with Laxido. Side effects may include diarrhea, indigestion, stomach pain, bloating and wind, diarrhea, feeling of being sick, sore anus. Thank you, Laxido! Yes! Toilet troubles, we've all been there. I just wish there was another way. Well, wish no longer. Introducing Laxido. I've dealt with IBS my whole life, and Laxido's really turned... Here's why I should be your new comfort streamer. My humour's kind of crazy. Pig, more like 21. Random dance breaks. But most of all, my cosy community. As you can end the stream, how about you end your life? Here's why I should be your new comfort streamer. My humour's kind of crazy. Pig, more like 21. Random dance breaks. But most of all, my cosy community. As you can end the stream, how about you end your life? Here's why I should be your new comfort streamer. My humour's kind of crazy. Pig, more like 21. Random dance breaks. But most of all, my cosy community. As you can end the stream, how about you end your life? Here's why I should be your new comfort streamer. My humour's kind of crazy. Pig, more like 21. Random.
No way. We keep getting new marks. This is so sick. Holy shit, dude. Back-to-back personality marks. At this point, we're gonna get everything. Mom, he's taking every single one. He doesn't really laugh. Yes. Mom, he's taking every single one of them. Yes. On it. On it, Chief. I know, cool.
Three, two.
Jesus Christ. Mommy's gassy today. Mommy's very gassy today. One could say Mommy is incredibly gassy today.
South Park tried to call us all racist. Well, for over 20 years, the show has had one black kid in the group known as Token Black, an obvious play on the Token Black character trope used in media. But one episode in 2022 changed everything, when the creators revealed that his name is actually Tolkien, you know, like J.R.R. Tolkien, the creator of Lord of the Rings. Now, the plot goes on to paint anyone who thought his name was Token as racist, but they even take the joke further. Their team went back and edited every single subtitle from all 27 seasons to say Tolkien instead. They literally rewrote the past, changed the canon, and then blamed us. That speaks out.
Hide and seek.
I am sick and devastated.
It's April 4th, 2020. A man living in Baltimore, Maryland goes live on his Facebook page announcing that tonight would be another one of his famous game nights. At this time, the COVID lockdown was in place all across the United States, and practically everyone was cooped up indoors, with little opportunity for real socialization being lost to time, leaving us for now with only questions, and one of the more disturbing live streams I've ever seen.
And now, these messages.
Before we dive into our next case, I want to first thank today's video sponsor, Factor. I'll admit it, I have a very bad habit when it comes to ordering food. I usually don't give myself enough time to plan meals for the week, and therefore when it comes time for dinner, I'm always left scrambling trying to find something, which usually leads to me ordering food and ordering really unhealthy food too. It's a bad habit, but thanks to Factor, I'm slowly starting to kick it. Factor provides chef-prepared, ready-to-eat meals that are always fresh and never frozen. There's no stress, there's no prep work, just 2 minutes in the microwave and they're ready to go. And these meals really are restaurant quality and honestly even more delicious than what I was ordering before anyway. Not to mention way healthier. But my favorite thing about Factor is the time I get back, as I'm not wasting my time and taking half an hour to figure out what I want to eat. It's all right there for me and ready to go. You just have to pick how many meals you want, and just like that, you have most, if not all of your meals planned for the entire week. And you can even pause or reschedule your deliveries at any time with no stress. And what's really cool is Factor is now owned by HelloFresh, which just so happens to be one of my favorite sponsors of all time. And now that I'm eating real food, I'm excited to get back to cooking at some point with HelloFresh too. So definitely try either one of these out, or both, depending on what your situation is. If you want to try out Factor, head to Factor75.com or click the link in the description and use code NickCrowley50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. That's code NickCrowley50 at Factor75.com to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month of orders. As evidenced by the previous case and several others discussed throughout the series, live streams are often a hotbed for disturbing moments online. And when researching Ernest's final stream, I came across yet another example of just how dark things can get when the cameras go live. It happened on January 22nd, 2017, when a 14-year-old girl named Naika Venant went on Facebook Live with the caption, in the stream, Naika discussed how difficult life had been. Throughout the years, she had been placed in and out of countless foster homes, where her treatment ranged from poor to straight-up abusive, with this constant mistreatment leading her to just want it to be over already. And based on the title of the stream, it was clear what her intentions were going to be. As the live stream progressed, hundreds of people flooded into the video to see what exactly was going on, as word quickly spread that something horrible was about to happen, though you wouldn't know it by looking at the chat. According to many watching, those in the comments had no sympathy for the girl, as many actually mocked her, calling her names and even commented laughing emojis, as she desperately tried to open up, with those same commenters viewing this not as a cry for help, but as a cry for attention, outright pushing her to carry on with these intentions. And tragically, she did, all while the camera remained rolling. However, even after she followed through with this, the behavior of her chat didn't stop. Whether they assumed it was fake or just didn't care either way, the hateful barrage of insults actually got even more vile once she had obviously passed away. And this went past just words, as people who knew her actually began making parody videos of the girl, replicating the position she was dead in, all while her livestream continued running. It would take over an hour before police would finally be called and retrieve her body, with the stream being shut down by Facebook shortly before. It was an awful situation all around. But what I found most saddening about this was her final reason for doing what she did, as she stated simply that she just wanted to be with her real mother, who she loved so dearly. And this was something that seemed to be the plan all along, as her mother, Gina Alexis, claimed that she too desperately wanted to be reunited with her daughter. And following her daughter's highly publicized death, Gina actually came forward at a news conference to discuss the tragedy.
Her biological mother broke down while speaking about her daughter's death. She dreamed of one day being reunited permanently.
I have trusted Florida foster care people to get for my baby.
where she blamed the entire foster care system for everything that had happened, believing that they didn't do a good enough job of keeping her daughter safe, and they failed to try and reunite her with Naika. Because of the obvious emotion involved and the overall shocking nature of this case, the news report would quickly go viral, leading to widespread support for the grieving mother. However, this also caused some people to look a bit deeper into what exactly led up to this livestream, for which one piece of information was brought to light that somehow made this case even more upsetting. On the day that Naika's life came to an end, it was revealed that her mother was actually in the stream watching before and after it happened, seeing her own daughter having this mental breakdown, as well as seeing all those people in the chat mocking her, which made people feel even more sorry for Gina, as her plight was unimaginable. Though this wasn't the only revelation to come forward, as it was soon realized by the investigators looking into Naika's case that Gina had not only witnessed all of these people laughing at her daughter and egging her into ending her life, but she had also joined them as well. Hashtag ADHD games played, you sad little DCF custody. That's why you are where you're at. For this dumb shit and more, you keep crying wolf. You dead, you will get buried, life goes on after that doesn't listen to their parents, trying to be grown, seeking boys and girls' attention instead of her books. In a live stream where one of the last things Naika ever said was that she desperately wanted to be reunited with her mother, that same mother was not only watching, but actively pushing her to follow through on her plans, leaving this comment where she outright says that it doesn't matter if you live or die, life goes on. And it got even worse. The media also discovered that the reason Naika had been removed from her custody to begin with was because Gina had beaten her 30 plus times with a belt when she was only 6 years old. On top of this, Gina often texted Naika saying that she wanted nothing to do with her, despite the young girl frequently reaching out and begging to be part of her life. Eventually, Gina would tell Naika's caseworker that, "The girl is y'all's problem, I'm done with the games," before sending Naika middle finger emojis when all she did was ask to see her brother. And this is all amongst other things that are far more horrendous that I really don't want to get into. And yet, after Naika's death, Gina had the audacity to go on television in an attempt to garner sympathy for a death that she clearly contributed to, saying that all she wanted was to be the girl's mother, despite rejecting her at every turn. And honestly, this is where I thought this entire story would come to an end, until I noticed something strange when I was editing this video. Naika's Facebook page is still active. It's no longer posting anything original, but instead, the account is consistently reposting content from another page, a page run by Gina. After Naika's death, Gina seemingly seized control of the young girl's Facebook account, where she now posts her own content, which includes her attempting to defend the fact that she gave up on Naika.
Tell me what mother would accept a 13 going on 14-year-old in and out of detention centers, going to jail or getting arrested while in foster care.
As well as her responding to those who blamed her for her daughter's death.
People be like, you heard the rumors going around about you? And I did. But they forgot to tell you one thing. That I don't give a fuck. What's my name? My first name is Very Much. My last name is Unball.
And even some posts where she's promoting her podcast, as it seems that after all this, Gina's actually trying to carve out some sort of career as an influencer, as she posts videos garnering sympathy for the loss of her daughter, along with giving out parenting advice.
Like, there's so much stuff that parents need to do for their child that they're not motherfucking doing. They're not paying attention because they're taking the easy way out.
With all this making it even more obvious that Gina has little to no remorse for what she did. On the 11th of June, 2009, a young man named Eugene Lata took to an urban exploration forum and wrote in broken English, "Hello, I'd like to tell you about Odessa catacombs. Odessa is not far from the capital of Ukraine, Kiev. Under Odessa consists the biggest catacombs in the world. Their total length is more than 2,500 kilometers, so these catacombs are much bigger than the Paris catacombs. During World War II, a lot of citizens were hiding in the catacombs. A lot of them used to live there for a year and more, so even today it is possible to find weapons, equipment, and even dead bodies. Every year a lot of explorers get lost and even die there." His post was accompanied by a series of photographs from the underground labyrinth, which stretched over 1,500 miles, its paths winding aimlessly deep below the surface of the Earth. The structure was mainly the result of limestone mining many years ago, though despite this, it was never properly mapped, and was, conversely, not often explored, essentially being a pitch-black maze to nowhere. Given that the area wasn't well known back in '09, the post was met with amazement. Fellow urban explorers applauded the location and the photographs that Lata had taken, wanting to see even more, and since he was a native of the area, Lata delivered. Thanks to all. If you want, I can add more photos. As I said earlier, a lot of people get lost and even die under Odessa. Maybe this photo will shock you. It's the dead body of a 19-year-old girl who had gotten lost in the maze. Though it's censored here, the image shows 3 young boys staring blankly at the camera as they stand behind a badly decomposed body. Understandably, this image caused a lot of intrigue on the forum as other users began to press for more information. And sure enough, it was a story that Lata knew well.
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, everybody! Happy 2005!
It was New Year's Eve, the final day of 2004, when a group of teenagers made their way down into the catacombs to begin their celebration. This wasn't super uncommon at the time, as many of the entrances to this labyrinth were very easily accessible. This one in particular just so happened to be located directly next to the public school, School 56, and had just been left wide open, making it the perfect place for friends to sneak a few drinks. As the group began to grow more intoxicated, one of the girls wandered off in search of a place to relieve herself. However, she apparently took one too many turns and soon found herself completely alone. She cried out, but the tunnels were just too complicated. Each step she took led her more and more into obscurity. Her friends tried to find her, or maybe they didn't, we really don't know. But in their drunken state, they left the tunnels without their friend, and never went back to find her. If she did have a flashlight, it wouldn't have lasted long, and for days she likely wandered deliriously through that pitch-black maze. Until, after what was likely at least 3 awful days, she passed away, with her body being found approximately 3 miles away from the nearest exit. In looking at one of the only attempted maps of this tunnel system, she never stood a chance. Perhaps it was dehydration or hypothermia that killed her, but according to some, based on the photo, the corpse appears to have its skull caved in, implying that in a desperate attempt to end her anguish, she may have bashed her head against the wall until she passed away. Her name was Masha, and she was only 19 years old. 3 long months later, in April of 2005, Lata and his group would stumble across the body, immediately reporting their findings to the police, though law enforcement refused to even try and venture down there in order to retrieve her, as they knew just how dangerous and unmapped this environment was. It would take 2 long years for her body to be recovered, thanks to a friend of Lata writing a strongly worded letter to the government that included a photo of Masha's body. The story is unimaginable. To be trapped in a place like this with no means of escaping, it has to be the absolute worst way to go. And because of the gruesome nature of this story and the photograph, it spread all throughout the online world, where it became a legendary internet mystery, as even with the added context, many were still left with pressing questions. Were Masha's friends involved in some way with her death? Had they abandoned her there on purpose? And did Lata know more than he claimed? But as it turns out, there was one far more pressing question that needed to be answered. In 2015, a full decade after this photo was taken, a journalist named Mike Pearl had picked up the case with the hopes of writing a Halloween article for Vice, and in his research, he made a rather unusual discovery, as according to him, Masha seemingly didn't exist. Pearl was never able to find any verifiable proof that a girl named Masha had ever gone missing in that area. He was also not able to find any death records of anyone by that name either, or even any reports of a body being pulled from the catacombs during this time frame. Something just wasn't adding up, and it got stranger from here. Sometime after the photograph began making its rounds, one of the most prominent explorers of the Odessa catacombs put out a statement on his own website in regards to Masha, which read, "Besides the original photographer, there isn't one person, civilian or law enforcement, that can confirm the story. We believe it is just a practical joke and the corpse is fake." Following this revelation, Pearl was able to track down Lata, who was unable to recount where the body was roughly seen, or even how to get in touch with the other people shown in this photo, none of whom had ever come forward to back his testimony, which makes the credibility of Lata and his story of Masha incredibly shaky at best. However, this is where the crux of the mystery stands today. When looking at these photos, one thing is apparent to me and essentially everyone else who has seen them. The corpse shown seems very real. It matches the decay of the bodies found in similar environments, with that one prominent Odessa explorer eventually deleting his statement at some point over the years, leaving the general consensus that this is in fact a real corpse. But if the story of Masha isn't true, then who is this? Well, we have no idea. It's entirely a mystery. But the reality of the situation is that bodies being found down in these catacombs isn't totally uncommon. Over the years, many explorers have gotten lost down there and suffered the exact same fate as the story of Masha. But on top of this, these tunnels have also been used by murderers as a dumping ground for their victims' bodies, with either one of these scenarios being possible in this case. Though the frustrating part is that we may never actually know who this person was or how they died, as I and many others have doubts that this body was ever actually recovered, just simply due to lack of public information and news reports about it. And instead, the reality is that this corpse is probably still down there somewhere, and has simply been lost to time, as sections of the catacombs have been known to flood and cave in, sealing them off from the outside world forever. So for now, and potentially the rest of time, the story of Masha will remain an internet mystery.
Alright, that's it for today.